Good morning and welcome to our Sunday. It's 20 past 10 right now. I've sneaked out of bed. My boyfriend is still sleeping. We had such a late night last night. It was my fault. Fancied McDonald's. I never fancied McDonald's, but I was ravenous after the gig last night and there was nowhere else open. And we got stuck in a queue in the drive-in for 1 whole hour. And so we ended up getting to bed really, really late. So we've had a lie-in, but we have to leave, I think, at about 11:30ish, maybe 11:45 today to get to where we need to get to. I'm making coffee and yeah, I need to get that off. It's getting like a repeat every time with the tea towel. I'm going to put the camera down on the side. There we are. Today's the day that I'm going to be doing comparing in a concert, as in MCing for the first time ever. I'm just trying not to think about it being so terrifying, but there we are. There's that. So I mustn't forget my notes I made yesterday. I'm glad I made them yesterday because I wouldn't have had time this morning, because by the time we've had a coffee and breakfast, I think it would be time to go. I don't know if we're going to be unloading the van first as well, but that's quite a big job because there's a lot of gear in there. Anyway, I'm going to make that coffee and take it up and break the news to him gently that we're leaving in 1 hour and 10 minutes. We're on our way for another day. Oh, wish me luck. Nice day though, nice and sunny day, better than yesterday. I've got all my notes prepared for my comparing, and I was telling my friend Ned about that yesterday because he's the one that gave me advice about how to compare, and he said, well, no matter how well you prepared your notes, it's not going to go as you expect it, so prepare to be spontaneous. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be spontaneous, I want certainty. Oh, it's thrown me into turmoil emotionally. I'm here, been here a while, been liaising with the great and the good. I really can't film. But anyway, band number one is just quickly setting up and sound checking, and the other one's already set up and sound checked and is in the dressing room. And yeah, I'll have to talk to you later, I think. It's all finished. I'll tell you about it later. I am absolutely, oh my gosh, I'm so ravenously hungry. And it's overrun. The session's supposed to be starting about now, and I am literally shaking with hunger. Oh, I've steamed the camera up. Excuse the appalling lighting. So I can't really talk now. I'm in this room. It's all been rearranged. The chairs have been put in a big circle, and we're supposed to be leading Irish session, like now, but I'm actually eating and vlogging. But any minute now I will. It's hours later, and I'm going to just nip outside and have a word with you. I'm completely worn out now, and I've just been trying to finish off stone cold horrible chips that I didn't manage to eat for lunch. So yeah, the comparing went fine. I'll have to tell you about it later when I get home, I think. It was what Ned said about spontaneity and nothing being as you expect. Yeah, that. But it was good and it all went okay. But I'll tell you more details about that later. Then after that, there was a very quick change around because the concert overran, and then me and my other half were leading a kind of an open-to-all music session where everyone turns up with instruments and all plays together. So there was that. So I was like ramming chips down. Oh my god, as fast as I could before that. Anyway, yeah, it went all right. I think everyone seemed to enjoy it. There were a lot of musicians there. They're just packing up and going home. You can probably hear a bit of the hubbub. But anyway, I need to go and pack up as well, and speak to you a bit later. We're on our way back to IB's now, very much relieved that all the terror-inducing things are done for the weekend. We're thinking we might actually go to the pub. Well, hello, we just got back to my boyfriend's place. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. Oh, I haven't been able to talk to you very much today. I've just been really busy doing things with people and not being able to film it. Anyway, I was going to tell you about what happened. So I arrived and there was a bit of panic because the band hadn't appeared. And you know how I say in the vlogs sometimes, pretty much the most stressful thing I think about doing gigs in many ways is just getting there on time and not having any hold-ups, and you always have to allow so much buffer time in your travel time. Well, it happened to them. They had a big hold-up on the way and they hadn't arrived. Nobody had their number. None of the stewards there had their number. They were all panicking, but luckily I had the number of their daughter because I happened to have a personal connection to them, and she was in the car with them as well. So that was the first complication, but she said, yeah, we'll be 2 minutes. But so IB got on the phone to them, giving them directions, and he was out waving to them, trying to help them to find the venue, that sort of thing. So that was the first one. So when they arrived, of course, there was very little time to go through my notes with them and just check everything was right, but I did do it in like 2 seconds flat, so that was okay. The other complication was one of their band sadly was not able to attend because there was a serious health problem in the family. So the notes were incorrect. There was somebody standing in for him, so that was a quick reshuffle, but that was absolutely fine. I was able to manage that as well. And I think that's about it, really. That's the only complications. They started a little bit late because they'd arrived so late for sound check. So then the next bit overran. The second half started late and finished late as well. So that left very little time between the concert and starting to sort the room out, ready to run this sort of session for everybody to come and play in. And I didn't get time for lunch properly. So I ran in with these chips and was scoffing them while people were getting their instruments out and starting to play. I was thinking, oh, this is a really bad look. But I had the shakes. Oh, speaking of the shakes, when I was doing the first bit of comparing, I had my paper sheet in my hand and I didn't feel that nervous. I felt quite excited. There was about 100 people in rows seated, all looking in my direction, and that didn't freak me out. I was fine with that. But my hand apparently was nervous because it was shaking so bad that the paper was rustling, and my boyfriend noticed right from the other side of the room. So it was really noticeable. But oh well, it is what it is, isn't it? You can't sometimes control what your hand decides to do. But I didn't feel nervous. It was like a physiological symptom of nervousness, but I didn't feel it. But anyway, it all went really well, and yeah, I'd be fine to do it again, I think. So I'm proud of myself that I did something terrifying and it was okay. I mean, I knew nobody's going to die, you know, if I made a mistake. It's not like surgery or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's going to die if you mix your words up. So anyway, I'm going to make this into a 2-dayer because we're exhausted, just tired. I need to put the camera off, go down the pub, come back, have dinner, and then have an early night, I think. And tomorrow, for most of the morning, I'm going to be editing from scratch again because I'm just too tired to do any today, and we're going to have some time together. So yeah, I'll pick up the camera again maybe after lunch tomorrow, and we're thinking we might get a walk out somewhere, so that might be the next thing you see. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day and we've been not vlogging all day, but we are now grabbing some of these. They look yummy. Whoa. I'm looking for salad. Right, we're in a rush. The shop is literally shut in about 20 minutes. So this is a bit of a rushed vlogging section. I've put myself in charge of very late lunch because it is literally coming up to 4 o'clock and we haven't had lunch yet. And IB is concentrating on tonight's dinner, and then we're going to meet up again. Broccoli and Stilton, 165. I love mushroom, but I'm guessing he'll prefer broccoli and Stilton. So we're going to have that with crusty bread. He's got the bread in his trolley, as you just saw. We're having some salad with it and some cheese. Fancy some Somerset brie. So yeah, that's nice and ripe. Let's get that one. Well, I think that's pretty much it really, because that's it for our lunch. If he's got the bread, that's all we're going to have for lunch. And I definitely think that'll be enough soup, because he's really not much of a soup fan, but I am. Can't get enough of the stuff. I've decanted that into his basket and he's tasked me with grabbing some corn peppered steaks, but look how expensive they are. $3.25 or 4 for a tenner. 4 for a... He's not going to want a freezer full of those, is he? I'm wondering if I should just go to the freezer section instead, because I love those, but they're a bit dear. Look what they sell now, fake meat-free bacon. It's not really my cup of tea. Unbelievables, vegetarian meatballs. Let's go and look in the freezer section. They have the Beyond burgers in here. Look, it's £4 though for 2. Still pretty pricey. The corn burgers are £2.55 for 2, so I'll probably just get those. Yellow wax beans in the freezer section. Never heard of them, but they look interesting. I'd like to try them. Anyway, I don't think IB will want them clogging up his freezer. Let's get these. We're making impulse purchases now because we're hungry. We haven't had lunch. Just got chocolate oat milk gone into the trolley along with the normal stuff. So this is what happened. Like, we had a bit of a lie-in. It's bank holiday Monday today. We had a bit of a lie-in and got up late, like 10 o'clock or something. I've been working on my vlog the whole time until like 3:15. IB's been working on the PA, getting it in from the van, giving it a clean, that sort of thing, and he hasn't finished. And then we saw the time, we thought, right, we've got to get to the shop, otherwise we're not getting any lunch or dinner. So that's where we're at, and we're like, we haven't had showers or anything, so this is what the whole day has been. So I'm only just picking up the camera now. Oh, and we had a mega ant incident in the kitchen this morning. I don't know why I'm showing the low sugar one. IB had some sugary cereal and left the bowl, a milky, sugary, oh, the ants were all over it. It was like a proper ant fest this morning in the kitchen. We're getting the yellow beans and a Chinesey frozen stir-fry mix. We're gonna have stir-fry tomorrow with corn pieces. I'm now looking for white vinegar for the ants because we've only tried malt vinegar so far and they just seem to like it, so that's not worked. IB, meanwhile, is going for talcum powder. We're going to have a double-pronged attack. I'm not sure where to find white vinegar. I'm in the condiment-y sort of bit. Next aisle, I'm feeling hopeful. Oh, I see I see it! I see it! Here we go, white vinegar. £1.40 for that much. Alright, going to take it to IB. I need shampoo for me, basically, shampoo and conditioner. Because I have showers at IB's, I'm not so worried about it irritating my skin because I'll just keep my face out of the water, if you know what I mean. I'm looking for El Cheapo shop zone, really. But nothing seems to be El Cheapo these days. Raspberry, that sounds nice. Coconut, oh, I could have that here at IB's because Izzy's got a coconut allergy, but she doesn't go there. Like once in a blue moon she does. 2 for £1.80. That's more like it, isn't it? I think that's it now. I think we're going to go and pay.
It's called baby powder now. It's not actually called talcum powder.
Baby powder now, is it? Maybe it'll sort the baby ants out. We've been advised by viewers to like work out where they're coming in and put talcum powder there because apparently they don't like to cross it. But as IB points out, every time he opens and closes the door, it's going to like waft it all everywhere. So don't know if that's going to work, but he's getting some anyway. He wants to try it. Work in progress. Lead's being cleaned, but IB's going to clear this off while I put the shopping away and just prepare the lunch. And then we'll have a quick little lunch, and then he's going to get back to it again. The latest anti-ant measure is in place. Baby powder. It smells very fragrant. There we are. Here's our spread, about to tuck in. It's my stacked smorgasbord. Yeah, as you can see, a bite was taken out of the bread before I started loading it up. I was that hungry. That was very nice indeed. And we're both feeling a little sleepy now, but actually instead we're going to have a little post-lunch walk, aren't we? I won't take the camera. He's clearing away all the dishes and things. Speak to you later after we've had our walkies, because we haven't done much for days, have we? We've been busy, but like my step count has been really, really low. It's depressing because I tried to do 10,000 a day, but I haven't like for ages. Like, no, a few days last week I did, but for the most part it's quite low. It's way later now, and I'm currently on Amazon looking at shorts with pockets for going under my dresses because I can't stand not being able to carry my phone with no pockets. It's about 8:10 in the evening. All is quiet here. IB's actually having a nap. He finally finished sorting all his leads out. I've been doing more editing. See, just not a very interesting day, but a very relaxed and calm day. I'm going to have a bath and get into my pyjamas. We've decided that we don't really want a big meal for dinner. We're just going to graze and have what we were going to have for dinner tomorrow instead. Thank you very much for watching this video. Could you please give it a like if you happen to like it? Subscribe down below for more videos from me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!